Open safaris are a nice way to enjoy the wilderness until the animals start thinking of you as open targets. Here are 30 times when tourists probably regretted going on a safari. Despite the fact that the bite of a lion is enough to crush bones and skulls, these people are having a laugh while petting a giant male lion through their car's window. Until, of course, he looks over at them and starts growling at them. All it took was a single road to scare the cats out of these people, who instantly closed the window after that.
Close the window. Close the window.
Never mess with the king of the jungle. This safari group came across a leopard that had grabbed onto a piece of cloth that was protruding from one of the cars. These cats may be small, but they sure pack a punch, and these people should probably move on with the cloth. One of them tries to make a bold move by scaring the leopard with another piece of cloth, but that provokes the animal and it instantly bolts onto the side and latches on. If that window hadn't closed on time, things would have been so much worse. Exhausted, the leopard lays back down on the ground and gives up the fight for now. Elephants are probably the most provoked animals out there, and even this van full of people was not safe from the wrath of this big animal who starts ramming it and pushing it up off the ground. The animal finally grabs something out of the window of the van and throws it to the ground, probably something it was wanting to eat. Finally distracted, the driver quickly puts the vehicle in gear and shoots off before it comes back for more. Mind you, this was an elephant at its calmest. Imagine what an angry one could do. These people got to witness a bunch of cheetahs up close and really personal when one of them jumps right into the car through the window. After noticing that there are people still inside, the animal panics and bolts right out instantly. That driver probably saw his life flash before his eyes and is laughing due to relief. When giraffes get angry, these guys have the stamina to chase you down for as long as they can physically manage, and these safari goers got to witness the anger of one firsthand.
What's it?
Those long strides look terrifying when they are coming your way. In a weird twist of events, this person, who turns out to be a lion whisperer, saves these people from a lion that wasn't exactly hungry and was looking for a snack. The way he is calling the king of the beasts makes it seem like he is being playful.
What you did? What? Oh.
The animal manages to break the side mirror of the Toyota without even making any effort. That's just how strong these animals really are. He tells them to start their car and prepare to leave.
Start your car.
As the people drive away from the pride of lions, the pride makes a run for them as if they are hunting the car down. And they probably were. Even while being friendly, these animals can be very dangerous, and you would never know when they could mean business. Did you know that hippos cause the most deaths in Africa every year? Like this one. These animals are easily provoked, and no sort of intimidation can work on them. The animal runs in and hits the side of the car, almost causing one of them to fall. Although it was a terrifying encounter, the hippo probably got hurt in the process as well. But he did make his presence and business known to the people. These guys are like rhinos, but without the horn and with more weight. Camping may have been a good idea at first, but with lions like this prowling around and jumping in the camp before everyone is even awake, you might want to reconsider. The animal sniffs around the tables looking for food, and these people better hope that it does not mistake them for it. The way this animal just snoops around the camp and looks at people just to ignore their existence makes you wonder if it has grown accustomed to them. A pack of small cars came under attack by a pride of lions that found them to be really nice and expensive chew toys, if anything. The lions bite and chew on the bumper and tires, maybe thinking this is some sort of food.
Are you guys watching what I'm watching? They're communicating.
After a while, the rest of the pride walks in, and the owner of the car begins panicking and drives forward, spooking one of the lions. Eventually, the car starts rolling, but only after multiple punctures and after losing a hubcap. Even after the car has driven away, the lions are still chasing it and won't leave it alone. So these guys stopped in order to let the poor guy go ahead, and then the lions almost focused their attention on them. This is probably why they use big Toyotas out in the savannah. This time, a male lion stalks a car and comes closer to it, although scared, still trying to see if this thing is edible or not. It jumps onto the back of the car as it tries to speed off before anything else could go wrong. However, when the family rolls forward and stops for a second look, another male lion comes into the scene and aids his brother to try and stop this weird-looking animal with tires. The child inside the car can be heard screaming, and who wouldn't? This might have been a lucky encounter, but you wouldn't want to be next to these animals when they are angry. Here comes an elephant bearing the scars of battle as it is missing one of its tusks, but still ready to beat down on this safari truck. The animal gets close, and the ranger finally starts the car and begins backing it up. After having them successfully scared, the elephant walks away with its head held high, thinking that he did a pretty good job in fending off a threat. They should be glad he gave up so quickly. Otherwise, these behemoths don't let up so easily. This Japanese tourist came all the way from Japan to Africa to have a beautiful time taking in the local animals and diversity. He enjoys filming all the animals he sees, like the antelope and giraffes. But what comes next makes everything worth it. He comes across a male lion who seems to have locked eyes with him and starts coming his way. You can actually feel the presence and dominance of the lion on the screen, can't you? The lion goes into the bush to the side for a while and pops out on the back of the truck and surprises everyone, and the car starts moving as soon as he does. But he isn't done yet and starts running towards the car, not letting it get away that easily. The lion picks up speed, and the tourist got the shot he was probably waiting for. Watching lions out in the safari is always a good experience. A giant bull elephant comes up to the people in the safari car and drags his giant body along the vehicle, trying to push and assess it. The elephant is clearly on musk, which is when bulls are aggressive due to sexual hyperactivity. The people in the car try their best to avoid where the elephant stands, but also not to make noise to disturb the animal. Despite that, there is a lot of visible panic on their faces too, and who could blame them? The animal gets more comfortable and starts to push the car from one side before someone starts yelling at it. Although it seems calm, we have previously seen what a calm elephant can do, and this one is a fully grown one too. Although the elephant does retire into the bushes, you never know when it could fling the car across the road if it wanted. The friendliest of the big cats are cheetahs that like to lounge about on and in the cars of safari goers, just like these three, who seem to be getting really comfortable on this Jeep's roof rack. This does make for a very epic safari trip. However, these cats are known to be friendly around humans. This couple at the back seems to be having a fairly thrilling time because the cheetah has his paw over the head of the guy, and his girlfriend can't seem to control her laugh. At least he is getting the most personal experience with these animals. He should be lucky to have 0 scratches on his face too, by the way, because these guys still have big, sharp claws. Here comes a pair of rhinos that are being trailed by a local who probably scared them into the car's direction. The animals keep following the Jeep as it moves on, and these guys get to have a good safari trip because of this.
Nice photo.
A lot of time goes by and the animals are still right behind the car, trying to keep up with it. Maybe they are using it to find their way around the park themselves. Later down the road, the animals still have the stamina to start running, and from here, they don't seem like animals that weigh more than 3 tons.
They're still babies, they're not so big.
Yeah.
They may be big and hefty, but these guys have the stamina of an Arabian horse. Reasonably named the Black Death, these water buffaloes are not the average ones you might find in the south of Asia. They are more massive and powerful than their counterparts used on domesticated farms. This big bull may seem down, but looks can be deceiving. The bull follows the car onto the road as it slowly comes closer by the step, and the tourists can't get enough of the animal. When the distance is closed, the animal starts charging the car, and the driver knew exactly what to do, as if he were sitting ready for it to happen. He floors it in reverse and gets away from the animal. That was a close one. With a ranger sitting right at the edge of the car at the front, the elephant charges right at them as it comes out of the bushes, and the ranger almost flipped out of his seat. It must take some special bravery to do that. As soon as the elephant came, he disappears back into the bushes, and the ranger, out of everyone else, is probably the most relieved person. What you should not do when you approach an easily provoked rhino on a safari trip is make tons of noise to make it angry in the first place, and these people did just that, which caused the animal to charge right at the vehicle, almost ramming it. It still keeps coming back for more, as it does not want to leave the truck unharmed. Of course the animal is scared. What would you expect a wild animal to do? A male lion can be seen walking over right next to a female lion who is lying down in the bushes next to him. At first, the lion seems very calm with his demeanor as he looks around everywhere, looking for something. Suddenly, he looks ahead, probably spots the thing he was looking for, and charges right at the car. The ranger quickly fires up the vehicle, scaring the animal right away. That was indeed a close one. A second more and that lion would have been on top of the car. Here is another lion that taught the safari goers who was the boss when they got a little too close to him. The driver backs the car up instantly as the lion starts to charge at them.
That's awesome.
And all it took was a single roar to send the tourists flying back. This Cape buffalo stands ready to charge these people from across the water as it sizes them up, all the while they ride closer to it. It starts walking towards them, and suddenly turns into a charge from the water. That water was no obstacle for this animal, as it also thrives in it. The buffalo walks right up to the boat, causing everyone to absolutely lose it as the animal hits the boat.
Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Look how fast he's going.
No place is safe from the Black Death of Africa. They are just as aggressive on water as they are on land. Another rhino can be seen charging at yet another tourist vehicle that got too close for comfort, and with its horn pointing right at the car, this guy means business. The driver keeps backing up as fast as he can to avoid the rhino ramming. The rhino almost gives up the chase, but instantly jumps right back, seeing that the vehicle is still right in front of his eyes. He is probably feeling real high and mighty at this point, with the vehicle running away from him, and finally starts letting the poor people off before they get a taste of his wrath. A brave lioness blocks the road. This is why you should always bring a Toyota. If you ever see a hippo running on hard land, just know that it is agitated like this one, who is coming right at this safari truck, and these guys don't seem to be minding it. It shows clear signs of warning by opening its mouth. When they don't move, the hippos start charging right away, and that is when the ranger thinks it might be a good time to leave.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my.
With its long protruding tusk, the animal could have easily sliced someone in the car. It keeps coming and almost gets closer until it slips due to a random mud patch on the road, saving everyone's day from probably getting trampled over. It goes to show that these guys are just as fast on land as they are in water. These lucky tourists got to witness an old leopard stalking its prey, an impala. You can clearly see the focus in the eyes of the big cat as it makes powerful strides towards its targets, trying to find them in the bush. It walks back onto the road and immediately spots the deer right in front of him, but he seems to be out of his comfort zone over the asphalt. Yet it goes into hunting mode instantly. The animal waits patiently for the deer to turn around. It waits here until they move on so he can probably find more favorable conditions to initiate the hunt, as these are known to be very patient hunters. Curiosity is not only for cats, as this hyena, despite being a very nervous creature around humans, almost climbs aboard this truck as it jumps on its hind legs against the door. It gets off, but jumps right back up, and is probably sniffing out some exotic human food sitting somewhere in the car. It's amazing how food can make animals go beyond their fears and interact in a very interesting way, like this hyena. Resting under the cool shade of a tree, these lions relax from the heat of the scorching sun. Until this safari car rolls in right next to them, one of the lionesses gets a bright idea and actually manages to open the door of the car with her teeth. Screams and legs fly everywhere as they quickly manage to lock the door again, and this mistake was never repeated again.
I know.
Better keep your car doors locked the next time you decide to go on an open safari. This elephant, with its impressive size, comes in already showing signs of discomfort to the people right in front of it as it checks them out and readies up for a charge. It finally gets close enough and begins an anger-filled charge, and the park ranger gets in between it and the people, standing his ground and yelling right at the elephant to successfully intimidate it. Giving up, the animal then walks away, throwing dust in the air. Never underestimate the calm of an elephant, because they never are. Standing right beside this group of lions, these people are only getting on the nerves of these animals at this point, who are probably already frustrated and hungry. The male has had enough and gets up to charge. He later keeps growling and shows them how angry he is right now, but the people don't budge, and all the poor lion can do is just watch and growl at them. Trust me, you do not want a giant male like this with battle scars on edge around you. Here is what happens when the elephant does not care about who you are or what kind of ground you stand on for yourself. The animal picks the whole car up and spins it around to the other side. After the attack, everyone can be seen abandoning ship and running for safety, and the elephant still stands strong over the defeated Toyota, although it runs away at the end, but not without dealing some heavy damage to everyone. Here is yet another perspective on the horrifying incident that is seen from another tourist car. The ranger sitting at the front got away just in time, and the damage is clearly visible, as this car is now totaled. They should really start redesigning these cars after this, because it was not the first time this happened.